For years, one machine stood above almost everything else on the road, not because it was comfortable, not because it was practical, but because it was absolutely insane. The sound, the speed, the aggression. And now, in 2026, the legend returns once again. The 2026 Kawasaki Ninja H2 is not just another sport bike. It is a machine engineered to shock the human nervous system. A motorcycle built with one purpose only: pure acceleration. The moment you look at it, you already know this bike is different. The sharp aerodynamic bodywork, the low aggressive stance, the massive air intake sitting right in the center. Everything about this motorcycle screams power. But the real magic begins underneath the fairings, because hidden inside this beast is one of the craziest engines ever installed in a production motorcycle. A supercharged inline-4 engine, not turbocharged, supercharged. That means the engine forces compressed air directly into the combustion chamber, creating explosive acceleration almost instantly. And the result is absolutely terrifying. The 2026 Ninja H2 produces brutal power delivery that feels more like a fighter jet launch than a motorcycle ride. The throttle response is razor sharp. Even a small twist of the throttle can unleash violent acceleration. And that is exactly why riders around the world respect this machine. Because the H2 is not forgiving. It demands skill. It demands focus. It demands courage. At low speeds, the bike already feels alive. You can hear the mechanical whine of the supercharger spinning beside the engine, creating a futuristic sound unlike any ordinary motorcycle. That signature sound has become legendary among superbike fans. And once the RPM climbs higher, the sound transforms into pure chaos. The intake begins screaming, the exhaust roars violently, and the motorcycle launches forward like a missile. This is the kind of acceleration that physically pushes your body backward, the kind that makes your heartbeat instantly rise. And yet, despite all this madness, Kawasaki engineered the 2026 Ninja H2 with incredible precision. The aerodynamic design plays a massive role in controlling the bike at high speed. Every panel, every winglet, every sharp angle is designed to cut through the wind with maximum stability. At extreme speeds, airflow becomes critical. Without proper aerodynamic balance, a motorcycle can become unstable. But the Ninja H2 was developed using advanced wind tunnel testing to remain planted even during brutal acceleration runs. The mirrors, the front cowl, the side fairings, everything works together like parts of a high-speed aircraft. Even the riding position is aggressive and focused. The rider sits low behind the windscreen, almost becoming part of the machine itself. And when night falls, the H2 becomes even more intimidating. The sharp LED headlights create a predatory appearance. It doesn't look like a motorcycle anymore. It looks like a machine from the future. But speed alone is not enough anymore in 2026. Modern superbikes must also be intelligent, and Kawasaki loaded the Ninja H2 with advanced electronic systems designed to control all that power. Because without electronics, this motorcycle would be nearly impossible for most riders to handle safely. The traction control system constantly monitors wheel movement and grip levels. The moment the rear tire begins losing traction, the electronics react instantly to stabilize the bike. Then comes launch control, one of the most addictive features on the H2. With launch control activated, the bike manages wheel spin and power delivery during hard launches. The rider simply focuses on holding the throttle wide open, while the system delivers maximum acceleration possible. And when the clutch releases, the Ninja H2 explodes forward with unbelievable force. The quick shifter allows clutchless upshifts and downshifts, creating uninterrupted acceleration during high-speed riding. Every gear shift feels sharp, mechanical, aggressive, no wasted movement, no delay, just constant forward violence. But Kawasaki didn't stop there. The 2026 model also focuses heavily on rider confidence. Cornering ABS, engine braking control, multiple riding modes, high-performance suspension systems, all work together to make the H2 more controllable than ever before. Still, make no mistake, this is not a beginner motorcycle. The Ninja H2 belongs to a rare category of motorcycles that genuinely demand respect. One mistake at high speed can become catastrophic instantly, and maybe that danger is exactly why people are obsessed with it. Because machines like this are becoming rare. Modern vehicles are becoming quieter, softer, more controlled. But the Ninja H2 still feels wild, still feels mechanical, still feels dangerous. And that raw personality is exactly what keeps the legend alive. Every time the rider opens the throttle, the motorcycle reminds you that this is not normal engineering. This is obsession. Kawasaki engineers didn't build this motorcycle simply for transportation. They built it to prove what was possible, to create something outrageous, something unforgettable. And in a world full of ordinary motorcycles, the 2026 Kawasaki Ninja H2 still stands alone. That supercharger whine creates a sound unlike anything else on the road. It almost sounds mechanical and futuristic at the same time, and riders become addicted to it. Because the sound builds anticipation. You know something violent is about to happen. Then the throttle opens, and the entire motorcycle changes character instantly. The intake begins pulling massive amounts of air into the engine. The exhaust note deepens aggressively, and the horizon starts arriving much faster than expected. The speed builds so violently that riders often describe the experience as unreal. Not fast, unreal. The kind of acceleration that completely changes your sense of time and distance. Cars begin looking stationary. Roads disappear rapidly beneath the tires. Wind pressure slams against the rider's body, and yet somehow, the motorcycle still wants more. That is the terrifying beauty of the Ninja H2. It always feels like it has extra power waiting, even when already moving at extreme speed. And this is exactly why the H2 became one of the most respected motorcycles on Earth. Not because it is the most practical, but because it delivers an experience few motorcycles can match. It creates adrenaline, real adrenaline. The kind that makes your hands tighten on the handlebars. The kind that forces your full attention onto the machine. Because the H2 does not tolerate carelessness. Every movement matters. Throttle control matters. Braking points matter. Body position matters. This motorcycle rewards skilled riders and instantly exposes inexperienced ones. But despite all its aggression, the 2026 model also introduces refined technology that improves everyday usability. The TFT display provides detailed ride information in real time. Riding modes allow the rider to customize throttle response and traction settings depending on conditions. Cruise control makes highway riding smoother and less exhausting. Bluetooth connectivity brings modern smartphone integration into the cockpit. So while the Ninja H2 remains brutally fast, it has also become smarter and more advanced. And visually, the motorcycle still looks absolutely stunning. The mirror finish paint reflects light like liquid metal. The sharp aerodynamic wings give the bike a futuristic appearance. The massive ram air intake dominates the front design like the mouth of a predator. Even parked, the H2 looks fast. And once moving, it becomes mesmerizing. People stop and stare when this motorcycle passes by, not only because of how it looks, but because of how it sounds. That supercharger scream is unforgettable. It instantly tells everyone nearby that this is no ordinary sport bike. This is something far more extreme. And perhaps that is why the Ninja H2 continues to dominate internet videos, racing clips, and motorcycle discussions around the world. Because motorcycles like this are rare. Machines this bold, this aggressive, this unapologetically insane do not appear often.